organization, you've probably considered competing in the Base Sports organization. Friends, it's time to pull the trigger. Base Sports will be at Genie Slamology, the world's largest automotive and music festival. Yes, friends, you heard that correct. For the first time, Base Sports will be attending Slamology. This is very exciting news, so don't miss your chance to compete with us. You'll enjoy our atmosphere and our laid-back style of competing. Those of us from Smiology, Base Sports, Kicker, and Sky High look forward to seeing you at the world's largest automotive show and music festival, June 10th through the 12th at Indianapolis, Indiana.
I'm Shane. This is Project Mombox, and I built this thing when I'm, retired Army and a little bit bored, and I needed something to do. So I got 3 kids, and I wanted to build a race car, and I had to figure out a way to keep all my seats and everything. Running a Brand X 250 amp alternator in here. Crates and mid bass in the back. They're just playing 100 to 500 hertz. They don't like 500 so much, so the EQ kind of slows down on them. But they just fill out in between the subs and the doors. These are hybrid audio, 6.9 mid basses, and hybrid audio 3.5 inch full ranges in the back. That's my whole front stage. And I have the cheapy $90 Pioneer 5-ways in the back. I got a Salt 4. This Reynolds. I got a Zapco ST6 SQ running visitized, and a Zapco 1000-watt monoblock for my figure 8s. Right. The whole thing's run with a Dayton Audio DSP. Separate EQ for every speaker. Everything is very controlled. It's real clean. It started as an SQ build with a single 12 image dynamics in the back. On that 1000-watt, it's running my mid bass now. And now I have these subs that have ZB5 baskets, Death Row, Incriminator motors on them. I hit a 50.1 Colorado. I use all my stub and go space from my rear seat for behind the third row. I measured it all out. I had 15 cubes of usable space back here if I wanted to. I have a 4th order. It's 2 cubes sealed. A little more than 5 ported after this weird development of a wall. It used to not be a wall. It was a back dash right here. And just didn't work out like I wanted it to. We kept adapting it. And it's a wall now. So this thing started out as a 4th order, and it was a back dash even right here. And I started with a concept of wanting to build a wall. And I put a little shell over the port to direct the sound forward. And my team, the NFG guys, and Rob Collar kind of got involved with it and helped me get this thing to look like it does now. Well, it's actually a wall. I eventually purchased some
How are you guys? Anybody hear me? We got some new equipment and it was working and then now it's not. Yeah. You guys hear okay? Or are we silent? All right, got some sound. Oh, yeah. All right, good deal. All right, y'all, we do have a guest. Somebody popped in to help me out so I wouldn't be lonely tonight. So we're going to bring Jason on right now, guys. Here's Jason.
What's up, Billy?
Hey, man, how's it going?
It's going.
Having fun?
Yep, drinking a cold one.
Right? Ready to bring me that car, man?
Oh.
Y'all, Jason does the 60s in his CRX, right? What do you have in there?
2 Crossfire NXT 15s on XT 8K.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. What kind of box is it, man? Is it one of those small box, big long port out the front?
It's a small box. It's a stack fab, poured out the back, subs firing forward. So it's about 3 cubic foot, and then tuned to around 64 hertz. Car peaks at 68.
Yeah, well, that's pretty close.
Yeah, it's getting there.
That's cool. Yeah. So now, which class are you going after for the finals?
I've been playing in Monster.
Yeah.
Playing in Assassin and Port Wars.
What do you do, Port Wars?
I did this weekend 7310.
Ooh, dang.
Yeah, I think I beat Lucas. I think Lucas did a 73.06. I think I got him this weekend.
Dang. Well, that is cool.
And I think I set the bar high on the Assassin class.
What'd you do?
60.77.
Yeah, I think it might have got one last year with a 58, something like that. 57, 58.
Yeah.
So that's 2 or 3 decimals higher. That's pretty good.
I was trying to get higher in that class, but my voltage was down and it was hot. It was real hot yesterday.
Yeah. Now you were in Oklahoma, right? That's one you went to? Yeah.
Yes.
Now, where are you from?
I'm from Norman, Oklahoma. I'm
pretty close.
Yeah, I'm 10 minutes from where the show was. So
that's handy. Yeah.
I didn't have to travel far. Went and got sunburned and came home.
Oh, I heard that. Huh. Yeah, I came to that show last year.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a big show. This year wasn't quite as many people because there was another show going on in town. Well, a little bit further south.
Yeah.
But a lot of new people, and we got a lot of new people hooked, and they liked it a lot.
Yeah, that's a good deal. So, hey, I'm not asking you to suck up here, but tell me, what do you like about Base Wars compared to other wars?
Just the overall experience.
Yeah. Is it the atmosphere or is it the classes?
The atmosphere, the classes, just the overall everything.
Kind of go hand in hand.
Yeah, there's not a lot of bitching and moaning. Oop.
Yeah, yeah, we don't have much to complain about except the heat.
Yeah,
yeah, we can get thirsty.
Yeah, it was fun. It's fun. I like it a lot. I'm hosting a show June 26th at the shop, and I got a bunch of people coming down from Texas. Hopefully, Ronnie Pruitt maybe is going to come and attend. So
yeah, he hasn't been able to make it to any of them yet.
Yeah, he said he's
not a Base Wars, I don't think.
Yeah, he said he's going to try to get to this one here. So,
and what date is that?
June the 26th at Auto Accessories in Norman, Oklahoma.
Do we already have it scheduled?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you do. I've been posting up some flyers I made, and got some on TikTok, and just
Good.
trying to get everybody to come out and
Right.
have some fun. Hopefully, it's a
Yeah.
big show. I want to
Yeah.
make it a big show and try to make it a every year thing.
Mm. That's cool. Well, we had about 125 shows last year, so and that's a lot for us. It's just a few of us, So, but I don't have them all memorized. Which ones we scheduled and which ones we didn't. I don't have it. Right. Hmm. So, what was the loudest SPL of that show? Would you guys were there?
Me.
Hmm.
160.9.
That was you, huh?
Yep, that was
Well,
me.
that's cool. Yeah. Dang, man, that's pretty loud.
Trying to get that 61 out of it. I think
Yeah.
the heat was affecting it. I've done it before, but
Yeah, and you said your voltage was low too.
yeah, it was down a little bit.
Is there man in a CRX? Now, what all is done to yours? Is it sound dead and all that stuff, or you just got a CRX and that enclosure in it? And
I've got some sound deadener in it. Certain places. The roof has got like 3 layers of 80 mil on it. I'm about to rip that off and do some 120 mil, probably 2 layers of it. And then the floorboard, I don't have anything on the floor. I have it all in the door and then the back. Passenger or driver's side isn't done. Nothing's on that side because I open up the door. I do outlaw style. So
yeah, okay, yeah. Is your port in the center?
Yes, it's centered.
Facing backwards.
Yep.
Huh.
A lot of people, they've done that way, and it's always worked. Some people are doing subs in the very back with the port firing forward, subs up, port forward. If you want to get into like bigger woofers like 18s, you can do that.
Yeah.
To try to keep it under the window line in certain classes.
Right.
But man, you have to get the power going for it, get the efficiency up and stuff.
Yeah. Now,
so far, everything's been efficient for me right now.
How far back is your subs? Say behind the seats.
My subs is probably from the B pillar, front of the B pillar is probably maybe 2 or 3 inches.
Oh, really? It's way up there.
Yeah. It's up there.
Wow. And how long is that port towards the back?
Overall, the port is, let's see, it's a big ass port, 10-inch. And I've got one of the, 4-inch adapters in it, and one of the 1-inch adapters, I believe that's in it. So overall, I think together, the total length is about 15 inches from end to end.
Huh. So it's probably what? 2 feet from the back of the car?
The port is actually, I think, about 6 to 8 inches from the back wall.
Okay.
And that back wall is dead like no other.
Yeah.
It's got some 120 mil on the actual plastic on the back wall, and
right.
That Luke helped me out with it at finals in 2020.
Who's that?
Luke Hensley helped me out.
Oh yeah. Well,
Putting some on there.
Yeah, he knows what's going on. That's cool.
And I was running a couple of 12s, Crossfire 12s at the time when I went to 2020 finals. Took 3rd place in a couple classes, and I was like, man, I'm determined to get me a ring this year, this next season. And finally did it.
You got it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you're getting it.
Yeah. I'm waiting. Hopefully, Janessa said they should arrive to her house tomorrow, the final stuff, and then she'll be shipping things out. So
heard that. That is exciting. Now, what did you do to get that ring? What SPL? 58 and some change.
I did a 59.9 flat. Me and actually Jason Lucas, we didn't know this, but we were in the same class.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and he was like, "Man, are you you're running stock 6K?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm running stock 6K." He's like, "I am too," and I'm like, "Oh man," because we both know we're loud, and
Yeah.
so we
Well, that's
we
fun.
did it, and I beat him by a few tenths, and
Really?
but we were worried about another competitor, and he was over there testing, and he ended up breaking his woofers, and just said, "I'm leaving. I'm just gonna go have some fun."
Dang. That's
Yeah,
harsh.
yeah. It was a great weekend that
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, I saw that's loud, but and how much power did you get to close to the full 6K or
I did, I think, a 5,911 watts, and it was so cold in that building, and my car likes a little heat, so I had parked it in the shade and let it just sit out there and cool off and everything before I pulled it in. And everybody's scores was down on that mic for some reason over that weekend. But
yeah,
I
no
usually
telling.
bust over. I do like a 60.3 under 6K, about 5,500 watts.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah,
Right? In a regular cabin car, I'm assuming, right?
yeah, all stock, nothing modified back there, or anything.
Did you drive the car to the show?
I drive it everywhere. Drive it to every
What
show. I drive it back and forth to work right now because
how
of gas
much
prices.
yeah, what I was gonna ask you, what kind of mileage you get? About 35?
It takes me $20 to fill it up to go to Dallas from here. Usually when I get to Dallas, I'll be just a little under a half a tank. So, and then
Dang.
I'll fill back up and come home, and then I'll have some gas for the rest of the week.
Oh, that's nice, man. Now, it was a good little ride for me this weekend. I left South Mississippi and went up to Shreveport. It was about a 6-hour ride. So, there and back, I used 3 tanks of gas in my little van, totaling almost $200.
My Suburban,
Oh,
my wife drives our Suburban, and she fills up 2 times a week in it. That's $100 a pop.
yeah,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
yeah. My alternative to the van is I got a black Dodge truck, 2,500, a diesel. Uh, that pulling the trailer, I get about 12. Yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, and gas prices shot up over the weekend, so it's like, man,
Yeah,
can we win sometime?
right. Yeah, but I'm thankful for the little van I got. I'm gonna put a little wall of speakers in it, 1212s right behind the seat, and
Yeah,
just use it to run over the country and do some base wars.
heck yeah,
That's what I'll come up to you guys in. You know,
that'd be awesome.
yeah, I like that idea. Get a Harley or a crotch rocket. I'd kind of like another Hayabusa. Get me
I've
there a
got
little
a bike, but it's
faster.
all torn up in the garage. Got a little
Uh-huh.
kicker system on it too.
Mm. I miss riding the motorcycles, man. I miss it bad. But every weekend, man, I'm at a show somewhere.
Yeah,
So I wouldn't have time to ride it anyway. What's that? That's oh yeah. Yeah,
got
I think that's a Crossfire logo, Dan. Hmm. Forgot to put up my yeah. Yeah, I like Crossfire. Uh, it's one of the brands I like.
Crossfire's done me good, real good.
They seem like good people. Uh, the product is good. I like them. Hey, Chris.
What I like about Roger is he was with us the whole time at finals.
That
He
was
was
very cool.
he was with every competitor up in the lanes with them. Just keeping everybody calm and just like, here, let's do this. He even
Yeah.
got on one of the guys' windshields and Lady
Right.
Fawcett to help him out. Yeah.
Dang, that is cool. I've only met him once. It was at Slamology, and I think it was last year, and it was 2 seconds. So I
Yeah.
really don't know him at all. But I've not heard anything bad. Put it that way.
We used to do DB Drag back in 04, 05 here, and we had a thing called the Oklahoma Showdown, which was 9 shows in 9 days.
Wow.
Well, in 05, Roger came out and did those shows, and we traveled that whole thing together. And then at one of the shows, he was rebuilding his van, building a box, and I helped him out, doing it. When it was David and Daniel Baldwin's shop there, and it was High Output Audio there in Edmond. And yeah, it was fun. It was a fun experience.
Yeah.
9 shows in 9 days.
That's a lot.
Had a little 85 Blue CRX that I competed with back then. And man, that thing was a beater, but I drove it everywhere.
It's different than the one you have. The one you have now looks pretty clean I've only seen the outside, but
it's that one was a SI, had a sunroof, which I hated because every time I would burp it, it would pop open. And but back then, trying to get as loud as we are now was very difficult, especially sealed on the glass. That car would do about a 49 back then with 2 10s in it. I had two Soundstream SPL. What were they? Tarantula T4 10s on a Earthquake PhD 3. And man, I think it was pretty loud to me back then.
Yeah. Well, when you say back then, now you talking 5 years ago or 20 years ago?
I'm talking about 05, 06, 07. Back then.
Close to 20 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I used to judge for USAC, and I stopped doing that in probably about 05.
Yeah.
And I don't really remember what the scores were when I stopped. I stopped competing. A 60 was really good in 01.
Yeah.
I was running 57s and 58s. Outlaw, That was with a sealed enclosure though. But so 60s and 65s were,
yeah, that was loud.
There was an old silver Dodge van that is full of Crossfire. Had the world record in USAC for a long time. Back then, about 01, 02, something like that.
I know Roger's van was white. It was a white. I believe it was a Caravan.
Mm-hmm.
And he had 8. I believe it was 8 of the 4 of the 4000Ds back then on 218s in it, and it was just doing 70s, 72, 73.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. There was another guy. It was a silver one. And I want to say the name maybe Butler. They ring a bell?
Craig Butler?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Did he have a little silver Crossfire van?
I'm not sure. Yeah. I know back then, here in Oklahoma was Dee and a lot of other things here. Crossfire was kind of popular because of a place called Audio Midwest.
I remember it.
And they would put on a show all summer long, once a month. We used to go to them all the time. That and Audio Plus before they finally shut down a couple of years ago.
Dang. We don't do many shows. I think we do shows at 2 audio locations that are dedicated audio. Most of our shows are kind of standalone. What we do, actually, it's probably about 4 of them now. Think about it. If you count my audio and Jimmy does some now, but down here where I'm at, 2 over a span of about 4 states.
I wish the audio scene would get back into them. It helps promote and, some of the new people out there and and you guys actually get to see what actual SPL builds are
Right.
and get to learn. I mean, I've always, like when I was a kid, I always read the magazines and just loved it. And I was like, man, I'm going to be there one day. One day I'll be there.
Right.
Here I am.
Man, you know, the internet is good and bad, you know, but you get a lot of information. You can get some information off the internet, you know, but the thing about those magazines is you always got good information in a magazine.
They need to come back out.
Yeah. And here on the web, the information you get, half of it's trash, you know. Man.
See it daily.
Kind of frustrating. So, because I hear it a lot, you know, and people have this is the reason I usually don't comment on kind of what people ought to do for their stuff, because some idiot's going to say something different, you know, and you know, what do? You know, do you want to fight with the guy, or you want to, you know, just let him be wrong, you know, and that's the trouble we have getting people to come on here that give knowledge, is they don't want to put up with the headache of people that don't even know they're wrong. You know what I'm saying? They think they're right. And so if you think you're right, you're going to fight that fight, you know?
All the time.
Yeah. So I usually stay closed mouth and just let the people we have on do that. Right.
Just let them do their thing.
I hear people
figure it out.
Yeah. I hear people talking about amplifiers and this and speakers and this. And I'm like, dude, what do you have under the hood? Do you have any batteries? Do you have alternator? That's where you need to start.
Yeah.
You know,
electrical is the number one thing.
Yeah. If you don't put power in, you're not getting it out. There is nothing magical about an amplifier.
Yeah. What's crazy is I don't even run my C-Max to my alternator. I just charge it.
Really?
Charge it before a show, yeah.
Wow.
Charge it up to 15.5 and then just let it rip when I'm at the show. If I need to charge it, I'll take my charger with me, charge it up. That's it.
So you have the factory alternator, or a factory type alternator?
Yeah, it's still the factory alternator on it.
Man, yeah, that's
underneath
cool.
the hood is all factory.
Yeah. Well, that thing looks clean, man.
I need to do a little bit of body work. The guys at the shop's like, hey, let's fix it. I'm like, when I have some downtime.
Yeah.
Because I think next weekend is already a show, and then there's a few other popping up. So it's gonna be a crazy couple months with shows. So
yeah,
try to hit them up.
Right. We've been trying to. Well, we tried to. We got invited to the Crossfire shows. They have, but then we got uninvited. They decided just to do DB Drag there, but somehow I'm going to get into the Dallas area, which I know that's not where you are, but and once we do that, when Brad, you know, he might go down there, but I hate for him to have to travel so much, you know. But
there's a lot of people willing to try it out.
If we can get into the Dallas area, that'll kind of conclude the area between Brad and, you know, that'll fill up that area. I think it'll cover the area a little better, and we get more competitors that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll help out if you can find somebody down there that's willing to let you use their place and set up and do it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll find somebody. I reached out to the Car Toys people. And, so that may go well. That'd be a lot of different locations. So
yeah. Need to try to reach out to Fred Montana with Voodoo Customs.
You know, that's the second time I've heard that name. I need to do that. I'll make a note right now. Again. What's his name, Fred?
Fred Montana with Voodoo Customs.
Yeah, he's in Dallas, huh?
Yeah, he's around that area.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, they're good guys, good people, love them to death. Every time I go to Crossfire, that's who I hang with, is the Voodoo guys.
Yeah. Well, I want to come to the Crossfire show, not as Base Wars. If they don't want us there, that's fine. I just want to go, but
June
I
18th.
haven't been able to. Huh?
June 18th is their next one.
Yeah. So I need to be in about 3 places on June 18th. I'm in Benton, Tennessee, right? We have a show in somewhere in Florida, Land Lakes, Florida, or Hudson, Florida. And Robert, I think Robert's busy that day, so I need somebody to cover that show. And there's one more still, and now that one, right?
Just multiply yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I guess the summers are supposed to be busy. Then we go, but that's the week right after Slamology. So are you going to Slamology?
No, I'm broke.
Yeah. Have you ever been?
No, haven't been. It's on my
Wow,
bucket
man.
list, but
Yeah,
hopefully soon.
It's one that, man, you got to go to, man. I had never been prior. I've been the last 2 years. The year before I went for a couple days. I went for a couple days the year before. Last year I drove up on a Friday, went for Saturday, and then came home on Sunday. Drove all that way. 13 or 15 hours, I don't know. But you can't see it all in one day. You just can't. You just can't, man. When you come back, your mind is just blown because you've seen so much stuff, you know.
I think the furthest I've driven in that little CRX is probably to St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
I went up there to the STology that they had.
Yeah.
And then I drove it to Midwest SPL Finals. I drive it everywhere. I've drove it to, Springfield to all them shows up that way.
Yeah.
It's not a trailer queen. It's
right.
Put some oil in and go.
Man, I got to tell you, man, you really, really need to make it to Slamology. You start planning next year already. Yeah. If you can't go this year, go next year, man. I'm telling you, I didn't know either. I had not gone, and everybody's like talking about Slamology and Slamology. I'm like, man, okay. So I found another reason to go. I don't remember what it was. I'm pretty sure it was affiliated with Kicker. And so I went, and dude, you walk by, you see 815s just every 5 steps. You see big builds everywhere. And they're just people, like us. But there's so many of them, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's huge. I mean, probably 1,000, 1,500 audio vehicles, man. Can you imagine?
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
I like the big shows though. They're fun.
Yeah. Man. So since I've had the Base Wars, I've been, I've always got my phone in my hand. I'm always trying to get pictures because I try to promote a lot and make all those videos y'all watch. Well, really, you watch most of those videos because I was trying to fix the sound, right? But I'm always trying to get some video for those, some whatever, some way to promote. And so I miss out on a lot of the shows because I'm looking through that camera. That's really kind of frustrating, but it is cool to see all those builds.
Yeah. Builds are always fun. Fun.
Yeah. So there was another question about your car I was curious about. How much C-Max do you have?
I got, when I built my C-Max, I went with Coventry bus bars and stuff. So I actually got to use all the cells, and it's a 95 off is what it is in there.
Okay. And so the amp you have, 2 amps?
Just one.
What'd you say?
Just one. One Crossfire XT 8K.
8K.
Yep.
What's it pull?
I'm not sure what it's pulling. I haven't even tested it.
And without it hooked up to the car, you can't even. I mean, you don't even know if it's hurting, huh? Do you drop
Uh,
voltage?
I drop if I'm at 15.5 and I do a burp, it'll drop to like 15.4, and I'm
Right.
good for another burp.
Right.
I've
Yeah.
tested it all the way from 15.5 down to 15 volts. It's where that amp likes to be, so
Yeah.
to
Okay.
get power out of it.
And speaking of power, how much are you getting out of it? Do you know?
I've seen 10K out of it.
10?
Yeah, 10K out of that amp at one time.
Wow. Something happened to your volume. You went down really low.
I've seen
That's
10K,
better.
10K out
Yeah.
of
Okay.
it.
Dang, that's a lot, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had before I went back to Crossfire, I had a DDM5 in there, and I was running 2 Sundown U15s, and I could clamp almost 11K out of that M5 from a half home.
Dang. What are you running right now? Still half on?
I'm at a quarter ohm right now, and I rise to 1.5.
To what?
1.5.
Wow. Okay. Quarter ohm. Wow.
Yeah, with the Neos.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And you get around 10 out of it.
Yeah, if I
So,
turn it up.
did you copy that box design, come up with it yourself, or did somebody do it for you? Or
I've seen people build them, the stack tabs like that,
uh-huh.
and then I was like, man, I'm gonna build one. But I was like, I got a buddy that has a CNC machine. I was like, hey, cut me out this many rings. I'm gonna
Right.
try this, and he did. But man, the sanding I had to do, holy
Yeah.
crap! After I stacked it together and glued it
Yeah.
all, my box is glued together.
Yeah.
There's only a few T-nails in it on the front panel and the back panel. It's all glued and resin. So
Yeah.
screws don't always work.
No, glue holds really well. I'm a fan of glue. Yeah.
If you know how to glue it, it'll stay.
Yeah. Now, if you got a big box and you try to run a bead all the way around and then put the wood down, it's not going to happen for you.
Yeah.
Right. But if you can be small enough to where you can smooth that glue out and put it down pretty quickly, before it gets hard at all, then you're good. You're good to go. That's my opinion. Yeah.
Yeah. I always believe in glue.
Yeah. Yeah.
It seems like when I've built boxes with screws, they've always split,
Yeah.
even if you've pre-drilled it, they just seem to split and then try to come apart.
Yeah.
Something about it.
Yeah.
So,
I started putting them in at a little bit of an angle so it crosses the layers as opposed to straight into it, and that seems to help.
yeah.
So let me go through these comments here, see if we got anything exciting. Y'all, I didn't cut him off. He cut himself off probably by accident. Right. We need California for sure. Custom sounds. I don't know that one. Kip is going to Slam. That's cool. I hadn't seen Kip in a few months, and it's time. I'm going to put, hey, Mel, I'm going to put the link back up here again if anybody else wants to come. There we got him back, I think. Here we go. Hey, man.
Lost me. My phone's about to go dead.
I wasn't sure what happened.
Get over here on the charger here. Alexa, turn on light. Oh, you stupid. Alexa, turn on Jason's light.
Right?
Got that fancy dancy stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have Alexa. Alexa scares me, man.
If she wants to listen to me, oh well.
No, she did listen to me, and then she done some things, and I didn't appreciate it. Right?
Yeah.
I forget what it was, but I was like, "What the heck?" Ordered something for me or something. Oh, I didn't know G2 had been around since 2019. We had him on the show. I don't know, probably 3 or 4 months ago.
Got a few thingies in here.
I
I got trophies all over the house. I mean, there's plaques and trophies. Yeah, they're just everywhere.
Yeah.
Trophies sitting there. Trophies.
Right.
They're just everywhere.
Yeah. Man, I used to have a big collection of trophies, and that's the reason I don't do trophies. The reason I never did trophies because I just didn't have anywhere to put them all, and I got tired of them, dusting them, cleaning them, they fall apart, when they get a little age on them. And everybody wants trophies, but usually the people that want trophies are the people that's not had them yet,
Yeah. After a while, they fill up. I probably got about since, let's see, I stopped competing in 07. And I had probably 100, 200 trophies then. And I threw them all away eventually. And then since 2017, when I seen Gary Davis, buddy of mine, he was like, come out, check out the show I'm doing. I was like, okay, there I am. I'm hooked again.
Yeah. Oh, Gary, man, he'll put a smile on your face. I tell you what, he's always grinning from ear to ear, it seems like, so I did one of these videos, and it had him, and he's grinning, he's happy doing his demos and stuff. And while I was doing that video, every time that he would grin, I would grin, right? So I'm like, man, check this out. So
he's a happy person.
Yeah, he's a happy person. So we appreciate having him around. I wish he was around a little bit more, but he's got a new shop, and I think he's doing well.
Yeah, I haven't heard from him in a while. He's probably been super busy. So
yeah, it looked like he's buying and selling some like older cars, hot rods.
Yeah, he's getting into all the old school stuff and flipping them and making some big bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that hat. I need one of those.
Yeah, they're hard to come by. I had several. Everything that Base Wars has ever had, I always try to keep one, right?
Yeah.
Well, man, I hadn't been able to get hats in 6 months. So I don't know where everybody else is getting them, but the supplier I use for them, I can't get them. So I had to dig this one out of my stock it's the only one left.
I've got 2 of the beanies that I got from Jimmy when we was in Springfield. So I was like, I got to get a couple of those.
Yeah. I would have liked to have gotten some nicer beanies. But really what those were for, I had done a bunch of hats, and from the embroidery guy, if I'd done a couple of hundred more embroiders or whatever, I got a price break.
Yeah.
So I bought those beanies and to let him embroider that. And I sent somebody to pick the stuff up for me. He did not give me the price break.
Oh no.
Yeah. Wasn't cool. So, but I guess there's always deals like that.
Yep.
I'll get some hats though. I did just order 500 shirts, man. So I picked them up probably either end of this week, first of next week.
Yeah, shirts and hats are expensive to have made.
Yeah.
Like we're having some made at the shop, and it's like, man.
Yeah, if you don't make a bunch of them, man, it does get hard.
Yeah.
But now it helps that I do all the artwork and stuff for myself, and I buy the hats blank, and then I carry them to an embroiderer, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of, what do you call it? Broker it all.
Yeah.
So that helps. But I'm tired of doing artwork. You see this chair right here? I've been sitting in this thing. I went to the show Sunday. I left at 4 in the morning and I got back about 12:30 last night. And but prior to that, since Friday, I was sitting in this chair doing artwork, trying to catch up with all these graphics and stuff because my computer died. I had to get a new computer, and that's why I was having to redo all this audio stuff with this live stream. It's all jacked up, man. I don't know what's wrong with it.
It seems to be working right now. So
Yeah. But I worked on it for 2 hours before this. You know, it, you know, at certain times I wouldn't have audio, and then the next minute I would. I don't know what's going on.
computer work is always fun.
Yeah, yeah, and and I don't know a lot about it. This is a new program for me, so it's the one I plan to live stream our finals with too. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
need to get on that.
So how many locations are you going to do during finals?
Every judge that we have, if they want to, they can do one. So we got one guy. I think he's gonna move. I don't know if he's gonna stay a judge or not. I don't know what Chet Teal. He hadn't done any shows yet. He's out in West Texas, I guess. So he probably won't. I'm not sure what Robert in South Florida is going to do. He's moving up to South Carolina. So I know Jimmy will have one. I know Jordan will have one. Any of the other judges that want to can, but I'm not sure.
I want to go up to Jimmy's so that way I can have fun.
Right.
Get away.
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
Yeah. Love Jimmy to death.
Yeah. It is. I do not regret hooking up with Jimmy for Jimmy to be a judge. Not at all.
Yeah. He knows the game, and he's just fun to be around.
Yeah. Yeah. All the shows up there just seem fun. You know, I wish I could come to more of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan, I think Dan said he was going to do his with Jimmy, but I'm not sure. He might change his mind, but any judge that wants to can do it. I'm excited about that. I like the idea of being able to save you guys some money. I estimate that I saved the people that competed last year about $50,000, not having to get hotels or not traveling, you know.
Yeah. It costs a lot.
I think we had 110. I can't remember what the number exactly was, either 100 or 110 competitors in our finals last year. That's good. You know, that's a lot for us.
What do you guys charge for finals?
Same price.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now the trophies will be different this time. I really messed up last time. I handmade some really nice trophies. Okay. And then I didn't have them finished by finals, and I drove around the country giving them out, but they were too big and too expensive to ship.
Yeah.
You know, so that's something that I worry about this year. I have to make something that I can ship to everybody because we're going to be doing it in different locations. And I don't want, it can't cost a fortune, you know.
You need some sponsors.
Well, I did just put out for some sponsors, but so far, I haven't asked for a finals trophy sponsor or anything like that. Kicker's been good to us. Really, Kicker and these two that you see up here.
See this right here?
Mm-hmm.
If Connie with Usaki can get these sponsored for state finals, you can get some rings sponsored.
I can get rings without sponsors. I just feel like people would get bored with them, you know?
Everybody wants a ring. Rings you can show off daily.
So I don't know what kind of rings those are right there, but I could get rings, but I'd have to get enough of them. I thought about doing them as our normal awards, right?
Yeah.
They would be cheaper than the tag plates, to be honest with you.
Huh.
You know, but people's only got so many fingers, and we have
Yeah.
a lot of repeat customers. People like coming to the shows. I know that, when you hear people talk about the other orgs, they're going for points. They're going for points. You
Yeah.
really don't hear that when it comes to Base Wars. So there are people, they're like, man, they're just tired of getting tag plates. I get it. But what else can I get them? Now you got to think about the alternative. I ship those things to me, but then I have to ship them out to Jimmy. So let's say I'm shipping trophies. We're not like the other orgs. We have a lot of shows. So
Yeah.
it would cost a fortune to ship all that stuff out all the time. Rings would be cheaper to ship. I'd be down for some rings if people wanted those. But like I said, you'd have so many in no time that I don't know. I don't know that it would be a good thing.
You could do rings at like special events,
Yeah. So so at special events, in other words, I need to order them really in bulk, more so than I could do at special events. Because with the different classes, if you put the class names on them, then like to get a deal, I had to order about 300 of each type ring. So of each little design. So if they got the class names on them, that's about 20. That's 600, 20 classes. So at first, second, and third, that's a lot of individual 300 sets of rings. That's a fortune. I can't afford that.
Well, if you just, it gives people the drive to get that first place. If you just do a first place.
But now, yeah, but then again,
that's
you
what
still
drove
got 20
me.
classes. You still got 20 classes. Now you're talking about for finals, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now those rings I think are a little nicer than say the ring you just showed right there.
Yeah. This is a nice ring, but it's still
but
something,
the finals
I
rings,
can show off
I think
accomplishment.
they're really nice. Yeah, I think they're really nice.
Yeah,
I need to look into it. I haven't looked into it yet. Honestly, because I don't want to copy anybody.
Yeah.
I started these tag plates before anybody did tag plates. I just don't want to do something that everybody else is doing. If I have to, I will. But I ain't opposed to it. I just don't like copying them. We have them for that, so just do something different.
Yeah.
So
how about some giant acrylic light up trophies?
Yeah. I did reach out to 20 Hertz Labs. I need to follow up with him. The only thing that I'm hesitant about acrylic is it scratches so easy.
Yeah.
That's usually the only reason I stay away from that. But I did reach out to Mike Rowe at 20 Hertz Labs, and he was very open to building us some trophies, doing something.
People just, they compete all year. They like to see something that they've accomplished. All the money they've spent traveling, and here I got this first place, and I did it.
Right.
That was one of my goals, was for USAC, and
I
finally did it. I'm up there with the top.
Well, if we didn't do rings, what's some other ideas that you might have?
I like the giant acrylic with the light up.
Somebody just said belts. That's an idea.
Belts is awesome.
They'd probably be pretty easy to ship.
Yeah.
Mm.
Belts would be cool. There's a lot of people give away belts, but they only give them away for like demo stuff.
Yeah.
And I'd like to have a belt. That would be bad. I'd wear that thing to work. Be like, look at my belt.
Yeah. Somebody says medals. I think he means like the medallions there. That's an idea. And I'll tell you the truth about the tag plates. The people that have been getting them, like right here where we are, man, from where I am, within 2 hours, you get 50, I bet 50, I don't even know how many shows a year, right? It's a lot. So they have a lot of tag plates. They really want something else. And I get it. But everywhere we go new, they think those tag plates are awesome, you know?
Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's a bunch of tag plates. I've got them
those are all
everywhere.
this year, huh?
That was this year and some last year. These ones let's see here. These ones I really like.
What is that? Is
This
that's
was
acrylic,
from,
right? With the sticker on the back?
yes, this is ones Jimmy gave out at the
Yeah.
Springfield Showdown, which
Yeah.
was
Yeah, man. You want me to tell you a funny story about that? You know what? I can't even hardly remember the funny story. But we got those the night before the show. For some reason, I forget we had. Oh yeah, I had shipped Jimmy plates. They didn't show up, and I called Denny with that runs that show, and those things were made at like 10 p.m. the night before.
those things are nice. I really like those ones.
Yeah. Well, that's what the USAC final trophies were, other than the rings, right? Same thing, just bigger.
Yeah. Let's see here.
So do you like that?
Man, that thing is badass. It's
So
pretty.
that would be a cool thing to do.
Oh yeah.
And it's just acrylic, right?
Yeah, it's acrylic with
With
the
a sticker on the back.
it's not a sticker, it's like screen printed into it.
Sublimated, maybe.
Yeah, it's screen printed. I've got this one and I've got two other ones, and then there's that one, and yeah, those are pretty cool too.
Yeah. Well, those look like they'd be easy to ship, so I'd be down for that.
Yeah, because you built those big old stands with the speaker bottoms, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are tall and fragile.
Yeah, they were hard to. It was an ordeal. That was a lot of woodwork. It was a lot of covering of those little pieces. You know, little pieces take longer to cover than the big pieces.
What'd you end up covering it with, like a suede or something?
It was a mixture of suede and vinyl leather.
And suede sucks to try to stretch.
Right, it don't stretch much, and those little curved pieces were terrible.
Yes, I believe that. Yeah, suede sucks, and especially if you get too much glue, it kind of bleeds through. And
yeah. We went
gotta
through
watch out for that stuff.
Yeah. Hey, I like this idea. We get them a pool cue, man.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
Something they can use in the pool halls and try to beat you.
That'd be fun. Yeah, most anybody could beat me, but it'd be fun to do it anyway.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Have maybe their name engraved in it and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's coming up in October. I gotta get on it pretty quick if I'm gonna build them. I really consider just making a big plaque like what you just have right there for them, except covering it and doing some inlays and doing some sublimated pieces inside, you know, make it flat where I could ship it.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's see here. Another thing, like me and Dan have, let me see if I can find it. Oh, it's the crowns.
Yeah, I wonder where you get those.
It looks like somebody made them. just cut them out and then welded up together and then had it
Yeah.
powder coated. This
Yeah.
was from Arkansas SBO
Huh.
at their finals.
Huh. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All the big trophies.
Yeah.
Got them everywhere.
Right. Man. That's a lot of trophies.
Check this out. My daughter painted for me.
Yeah, that's cool. Huh.
Then I got plaques on the wall.
Yeah. We used to do the plaques. We did the 8x10 plaques, but then when COVID happened, we couldn't get them. So that's when we actually switched to tag plates. I couldn't bring myself to give a tag plate, man. I was like, no way I'm giving this flimsy piece of metal as an award. And then I was stuck. I had to.
I can honestly say they're better than the plastic plates.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the ones that you guys are getting now, they're a little thicker than the ones that I used to make. See, I used to make them all, hand make them all myself, even the plates, right? I used to sublimate them, but the demand just got so high that I couldn't keep up. Or I could have kept up, but I didn't want to keep up, right? So I just ordered them. And the ones I ordered are thicker than the ones that I can buy and make myself.
A whole lot easier.
Yeah. The plaques. Now, I tell you one reason we're out of the plaques is now is because I can ship a set of those plates for about, man, it cost me it would cost $200 to ship Jimmy a set of plaques.
How much?
200.
Damn.
It cost me about 50 to send him 60 to send him some plates.
Yeah.
There's a big difference in shipping. So you got to think about, not only am I shipping them to me, but I'm also shipping them out.
Yeah.
So all that just drives the cost up, you know.
Cost is not cheap these days either.
Right. It's just getting ugly, isn't it? Yeah, I don't like cost. I think everything ought to be free to me. Right? Well, all righty, sir. Well, I think we'll put an end on this night. Go get some supper. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch some TV and get ready for work tomorrow. 7 o'clock comes early for me.
Yeah. What do you do?
I was a technician in the back for a long time, and then I finally got promoted to the front to do sales. But I've been a 12-volt weld installer since I was like 14 years old.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. So now you're selling. Where do you work? What place is it?
Auto Accessories Unlimited in Norman. We do everything: paint, body, window tint, bed liners, wheels, tires, lift kits.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah.
Everything. We do a lot of dealership work. We're like one of the biggest companies that does all the dealership work here in the city. So
yeah, come to y'all when we need a loan, huh?
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, all right, well, guys, I have one video for you to watch as we close the evening, and I appreciate y'all being with us, and we'll see you guys next week, I think.
We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Later.
You've heard of the Base Wars organization. You've probably considered competing in the Base Wars organization. Friends, it's time to pull the trigger. This is just the beginning. Base Wars will be attending Slamology, the world's largest automotive and music festival. Yes, friends, you heard that correct. For the first time, Base Wars will be attending Slamology. This is very exciting news, so don't miss your chance to compete with us. You'll enjoy our atmosphere and our laid-back style of competing. Those of us from Slamology, Race Wars, Kicker, and Sky High look forward to seeing you at the world's largest automotive show and music festival, June 10th through the